Hey guys, it's Jeff from Pirate G Productions here. I just wanted to give you guys a few tips on recovery straps, recovery ropes, not tow ropes, but recovery straps, snatch straps, what have you. There's many different names for them. I'm going to start with the worst first, and I'll show you this one right here. This one right here, it's a rope. Not much elasticity to it, right? And on the end of the rope, it's got metal hooks. Now this here is not made for recovery. Not made for recovery. It is made for towing. Fine, does the job to pull somebody out of the woods, towing down the road, what have you. It's not made for recovery. You do not hook up and try to pull somebody out where you're gonna have to give it a jerk, you know, to pull them out. That's not what this is for. So when you are out looking for a recovery strap, anything with metal hooks on the end, no good, you don't want, okay? This is for towing only. This is a tow rope. Strictly a tow rope, not a recovery rope, okay? That one out of the way. The next one here, starting with the cheapest to the best here, is this one here is a snatch strap. It's 2 inches. I think this one's 2 inches by 20 feet. And it's got a leather around the loop. It's a sewn loop, you can see it's all stitched here, stitched together. That is exactly what you want. No metal in it, strictly from one side to the other. It's a Kinetic recovery strap. It's got some elasticity to it, so when you give a bump, it's gonna, the stored kinetic energy in it is what's gonna give you that little pull to get your buddy out of the mud, snow, what have you. So it's this is a proper recovery strap. These sell for 30, 40 bucks, somewhere around there. Some are a little more, some are a little less. This one's a nice pro comp one. It's good quality, I like it. I use it a lot. I use this more than most recovery snap straps and kinetic ropes and stuff. Just because it's only 20 feet. Usually that's all I need to give somebody a little bump out. But this is what you want. You know, if you're on a budget, what's $30, $40, right? You know, I've heard people telling me that using chains, they use chains to get out. Chains are not made for recovery, man. You know, it's fine in an instant where you're winching and you need that extra 10 feet, say, than a chain, because there's no elasticity to it, right? So the other thing is when you're doing a recovery, usually you back up, you give it a little to bump the guy out of the hole, right? Well, using a chain, it's not so much the safety factor of using a chain as much as it is the damage it's going to do to your vehicle. That's a lot of shock when you don't have no elasticity to it, you know, and so you're just giving it a hard jolt. That's shocking everything in your vehicle. And I've actually seen where somebody used a chain and it opened their frame up. The tow hook was attached to the frame, and when they gave it a tug, they gave it such a jolt that it ripped the tow hook right through the frame, opened it up like a can opener. You know, these are heavy vehicles, man, you know, when it comes to pulling like that. So you can't use chains for recovery, guys. I know some guys might argue with me, but those who wheel know chains are not for recovery. You know, it's okay for winching, towing somebody, but when you're gonna give a bump, you know, even okay, if you had a chain and you got to use it, as long as you're not backing up and with slack in it and then it tightens up. You know, if you keep it tight all the time and you try to pull them out that way, not so bad, right? But even then, chains do break, and chains, I've seen chains go back and do a real mess to the vehicles when they break. So anyway, stay away from the chains, guys. They're not for, I don't even have one in my Jeep. Actually, I can't say I don't. There's a little one that comes in my worn recovery kit. Never used it, but it's there. Anyway, stay away from the chains. Next, here's just another one. This one has my shackle on it, because that's normally through there. But I never ever put two straps together with it. It just happens to be that I had it out last week and I didn't put it back when I was pulling Wayne out last week out of that mud hole there when we were all stuck in the new trail. So anyway, my shackle's back on. Again, another nice strap made for recovery. It's I think they're nylon polyester or something like that. This one doesn't have leather on the end, but it is reinforced with a nice canvas over top of it and sewn really well. And you'll see it's all stitched through here, no metal, nicely looped on the ends. Again, this one is, I think this one might be 30 feet, maybe 20 feet, but usually, you know, they're two inches wide by 20 or 30 feet. You know, nice to have one of each, but this is what you want. And like I said, these are only 30, 40 bucks maximum. Well, you get into some more expensive ones. I know our ARB and stuff, they sell them a little more expensive, but that's a good, proper recovery strap. You should have one in your vehicle. Now, even better than that is a Kinetic recovery rope. This is a beautiful rope. This is a big one. It's 1 inch by 30. It's oh God, I think it'll take up to 30,000 pounds or something like that. This is made for full-size vehicles down to small vehicles. This has the most elasticity, just like a bungee cord. When you pull the vehicle out, when the line tightens up, the kinetic energy that's stored in the rope, that's what gives you the little shot out of the hole, right? And so these are the cat's ass. This is a Kinetic recovery rope. Okay, there's a couple different companies out there. I'm not going to mention all the companies, and but I'm not even going to mention the name because they are twice as expensive as this one right here, which is the exact same quality, if not better, from ASR Off-Road. ASRoffroad.com sell these. This one here sells for, I think it's 130. The exact same one through the other guys is $230. $100 difference. And the other thing is, the ASR recovery Kinetic ropes have a sheath over top of them that slide. So, you know, if you're going around a tree or something, you know, you could slide it down so this stays around, you know, up against the tree, so you're not going to chafe your rope. When you're paying 130 bucks, you don't want to chafe the damn thing, right? So that's a really nice feature. ASRoffroad.com. Look them up, guys. This is the best you're going to get. This is what you need for recovery. If you're going to be on the trail a lot, you're pulling heavy vehicles, a Kinetic recovery rope is number one. Now, if you can't afford a $140 rope like this, then, like I said, go to the Snatch Straps. Snatch Straps are $30, $40, and they will get you by. Mind you, you probably have to change it once a year, sometimes more. I've broken them, you know. So anyway, that's what I have for straps, folks. I just wanted to show you proper recovery gear is important. This is an extremely dangerous sport, okay? It's not something to mess with. Another thing, when you are using a snatch rope, a snatch strap, recovery rope, or anything like that, make sure that you got a good distance between any spectators. Any spectators should be out. If I got a 30-foot rope, those spectators should be at least 40 feet, okay? Keep all the people out of the way. It's a dangerous sport. You don't want somebody to get hurt, especially a spectator, right? So, or a child, or, you know, it happens all the time. We have to be careful out there, folks. It's a great sport, it's a lot of fun, but it's not much fun if somebody gets hurt or worse, right? So anyway, keep the people away. Proper toe points. Proper toe points. I can't specify enough. Proper toe points. Ones welded on tabs that are really well welded on. They're not, you know, no bubblegum welds and stuff like that. Make sure that you got a welder that's reputable, that welded them on, because if that, you know, what good is it if it gets ripped off? Then not only you got this attached to your recovery rope, flinging through the air, right through somebody's windshield, again, somebody might get hurt. So proper recovery points, toe points are very important. Another thing that I want to mention is balls, okay? I've seen a lot of people using trailer hitch balls, okay? Trailer hitch balls are the most dangerous thing that you can use as a toe point, okay? Usually there's a little loop on the side. You might be able to get away with using that, but using that ball is very dangerous. I've seen people, you know, they stick this over the ball and, oh yeah, we're good, you know, and you know, they give them a hard jolt. Next thing you know, that bolt, the ball, it isn't made for side load, so it can be sheared right off. And when it gets sheared off, you've just added, you know, a projectile to your recovery rope, and that thing's flying through the air 100 miles an hour, potentially gonna kill somebody, and it has, you know. Look it up on Google. Google the what do you call it? Trailer hitch ball. It killed a woman a couple years ago and hit her in the throat. You know, what a sin. Out having some fun and something like that goes wrong because you didn't use a proper recovery point. So anyway, stay away from the balls. They're extremely dangerous. In the video, I'll put up a picture or two that I found online of a trailer ball that came back. I've seen them go through the windshield. I've seen them go through the tailgate. You know, when you got a piece of a heavy ball like that flying through the air at 100 miles an hour, just think of the damage it's going to do. So anyway, hopefully you take this and you listen and you get the proper recovery gear. It's an extremely fun sport. Wheeling, jeeping is the best sport you can have. You know, you can have so much fun out there, but if somebody gets hurt, it's no longer fun. And it ruins a day, ruins a weekend, ruins a week, ruins whatever. Okay? Play safe out there. Have fun. Happy wheeling. Cheers.